Hey there, I'm Emma. I'm a personal trainer, but I'm probably not your personal trainer. And here are 4 truths that your personal trainer is not going to tell you. First of all, if you want to see results from your exercise, meaning you are going for muscle definition, you want to increase the muscle mass on your body, you want to change what your body looks like through exercise, 1 to 2 workouts a week is not enough. Now, you might be thinking, Emma, I've worked out once or twice a week in the past and I've seen some results. And while that might be true in the short term, or if you do this for years and years and years, it can be true. For the most part, if you work out 1 to 2 times a week, it's just not enough volume to actually stimulate that muscle growth and see real results. Small results, maybe, and you're going to feel better. It's going to improve your quality of life. It's going to help with your mental health. There's all sorts of benefits to working out once or twice, one to 2 times a week. And I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just saying if your goal is to get ripped, it's going to take more than 1 or 2 workouts a week. Next, the line between being kind to yourself and being lazy is a lot thinner than you think. There's a lot of rhetoric on the internet about doing what you can and be kind to yourself and don't overdo it. And if you're tired or hungry, you should prioritize those things and not exercise. But if you want exercise to be a habit, it's a grind. You got to do it when you don't feel like doing it. You got to show up when you don't feel like showing up. And you need to build a system to guarantee that you can make this happen more than half of the time. Now, it's one thing if you're showing up to your workouts 3 out of 4 days a week, most of the weeks of the year. Then when your in-laws are in town, when you're sick, when you really only slept 2 hours because your kid was sick, maybe then you can say, today is not the day I should exercise. But if every single week you are finding an excuse around how you feel for not exercising, well then you need to look at your priorities and figure out how you can eat better and sleep more so you can in fact exercise. Because if these excuses are cropping up every single week, then exercise is not a priority for you and it's not happening and you're not being kind to yourself. You're just not doing it. So I hope that's not too harsh, but it really is the truth. Now third, this one's going to ruffle some feathers. Pilates will not get you a Pilates body. When people think of a Pilates body, and I honestly don't even know what these words really mean, but they want long, lean muscles. They want a flat stomach. They want to look like that Pilates instructor. Now let me tell you, Pilates bodies come from diet, genetics, and weightlifting. They do not come from doing Pilates classes 5 days a week. Pilates is amazing. It's going to help with your mobility, your core strength. You might even break a sweat if you do something like solid core, which is not Pilates. That is not Pilates, but that does not matter. But we cannot look to exercises like Pilates where we are not really providing a ton of resistance on our bodies to actually stimulate that muscle growth and give us those toned muscles we want. Your Pilates instructor either looks the way they look genetically or they are actually doing a lot of weightlifting as well as Pilates. So I'm not saying skip the Pilates, but if your goal is to get a physical result out of your workouts, if you're trying to look like that Pilates instructor, you actually need to start lifting weights, swinging kettlebells, doing resistance training where you are lifting more than 30% of your body weight. So do a little quick math. I weigh 130 pounds. 30% of my body weight is going to be at least 45 pounds for my lower body lifts, okay? We need to be lifting serious weight. And like that is on the low end. That is the beginner number, okay? And finally, you will never be perfect. Nobody is perfect. And by perfect, I mean like perfect with your execution of your goals. So I was interested in how my top performing app members were doing. So my clients that I train online, I was like, how successful are they at what they set out to do? So I looked at the top performers who all aspire to work out 4 days a week. And on average last year, they all worked out about 3.2 times on average, which means every single week they missed almost 1 workout. And then I looked even more closely and I saw that about half the weeks of the year, they did 100% of the workouts, which means they were really successful for half the weeks of the year. But the other half of the year, they had missed a lot of days and some of them even missed weeks because of exercise or because of illness or vacation or something like that. So even though these people are my top performers, they're hitting their goals, they're seeing results, they went into the new year without a New Year's resolution for exercise because it is already one of their habits, they were not perfect. They were not successful 100% of the time. They're successful closer to like 75, 80% of the time. They don't just fall into a doom spiral when they miss a week and then miss more and more and more weeks. It's not about being just relentlessly hard on yourself. It's about being kind enough to say, even though I might have failed one day, I'm going to go and start again. So when we talked about like that line between laziness and kindness, well, the kindness comes in encouraging yourself to go back, to get back into it. When we fail, we don't stop, we just keep going. Because like exercise and healthy habits are a lifetime commitment. And this is what the road to success looks like. It's not straight up. And sometimes it might be like this, right? It's not linear. And unfortunately, you've got to really stick it out in the long term in order to see those results and feel like this is who you are, this is your lifestyle. But I hope these tips are helpful. And if you are interested in getting back into your healthy habits in January and you're watching this video in real time, on my app, I'm hosting a habit stacking challenge where I'll actually give you tools to achieve your goals. Because if you have a goal in your head and you don't have a plan, it's just a wish and it will never live outside of your head. So this challenge is there to give you tools to incrementally work towards goals of hydration, eating more protein, daily exercise, and better sleep habits. And if you're not watching this video in January of 2025, no worries. The challenge is actually always up on the app. You don't have to do it in real time because the prize of the challenge is the healthy habits you get at the end. There's no other prize. I don't think a $100 Amazon gift card is as motivating as knowing that January 2026 fitness will not be on your resolution bingo card. So with that, check out the app. Links here somewhere, and it's below in the description. Good luck with your year. I hope you're super successful.